Hey there guys, Enemy. I wanted to take a moment. I hadn't really planned on making this video, and I am making it because it shouldn't be too. It should be a quick video for me to make here for you guys. In the past I've used my Contour HD to film stuff, and the problem being that I've always used the goggle strap attachment for this, where you just put your goggle through that, and your camera will attach onto these two rails, and you just slip this into here. And boom, it holds. I'll even show you with the camera. Okay, it's held on the side. Biggest problem I always found though is you don't necessarily always know where your camera is. So it might be pointed over that way, it might be pointed inward, might be pointed up, might be pointed down. You don't really know. So I decided I wanted to look into getting a barrel mount for this. Now, the problem with these cameras with the Contours is how you mount them. Okay, they don't have a little screw in here, and where you can just screw it right into something to hold your camera. So a company that's out there is called Nummech, Nummech, and they actually made a barrel mount for a camera deal for these, and you'll have to just believe this is a full barrel, even though it's obviously just a tip, where it's a part that goes over your barrel and clamps down on it. It's got some foam in there that'll help hold this and not scratch it, and it's got two pieces that come up on the side and then go in with some screws. So it works with these rails, and you just kind of loosen up your screws, get them in here, clamp them down onto this, put it on, and have this on your barrel, and boom, there you go. Now you're running around, you got your camera up here on top of your barrel. So it's kind of, you don't have to worry as much. It's wherever your gun's pointed, which a lot of people tend to have them pointed down at the ground, but wherever your gun's pointed, that's what it's going to film. Well, I don't know necessarily how sturdy this is, and to be honest with you, I'd really hate for what I paid for it to have it get damaged, especially since replacement for this means either I got to go and buy the Contour Roam, which is not nearly as good as this is, in my opinion, just for one simple fact, and that's the fact that I can swap out my battery. You can see I have a battery slot right there. I can swap out my battery on this, so if I go and take like 2-3 batteries and I got them charged up, I go out for a long day of playing paintball, constantly out on the field for like a big game, or I've got like super game coming up here in a few more weeks. I can just swap out my batteries and just keep on filming. With the Roam, you can't do it. Or I can get the GPS, which will cost more money than what this did. Or I can get the Contour Plus, which I'd like to do, but again, it costs considerably more than this. So one of the things I did, because I didn't want to damage this, was I went on ahead and I picked up the waterproof case. Now you'll notice this doesn't quite look exactly like all the other waterproof cases out there. I went and painted it. I did a black, I taped off a few parts like this and this, make sure that nothing was going to happen to them. Painted it and taped off my front lens, which yes, needs to be cleaned. But I went on ahead and I taped it off, painted it, so it's not going to stand out as much. It's not going to be as glaringly obvious. You can see on the inside it's still got the clear and the orange. But when you take your camera, you mount it on in here, boom, like so, close it. It's closed. So now it's all contained. I can still turn it on and off. I can still go on ahead and start it recording and whatnot. And so, the cool thing with this is it's going to help protect it. This is like maybe 50 bucks. I think there's probably like $35 or $40. I'd rather that $35, $40 be what breaks and I can go and replace it rather than the whole camera itself. So I've got this. So now in order to mount it, I've got to do one of two things. Either somehow figure out a way to get something like with this, with the rails to go in there, or use something with the screw. Well, the company at Nummech also makes one that they're making. They're going to be making. I'm not sure if it's on their site yet or not, but they will be making them. Where again, it goes around your barrel, just clamps around your barrel, and instead of going to two rails that go up either side and have the screws that you would screw in to tighten on this, it just ends in a small platform with the 1/4 by 20 screw, which is the same as here. It's typical for any video camera or regular camera that's out there. Well, I tried messaging them, never did get a response back from them. Waited, was very patient, never got a response. So I went out and I bought this. This is a handlebar mount. It comes with, I paid either $12 or $15 for it, not 100% certain. But it comes with these two little pieces of rubber right here. These just basically go on the inside of this. They help to not only clamp, with clamping down on your barrel, it helps absorb a little bit of vibration, but also so that this thing won't scratch your barrel. You know, especially important if you got a carbon fiber barrel or something. So you just take this and you clamp it down, 2 screws here and here. You just tighten that down. It's got the screw up there. You screw it right into here, and it holds it. Kind of get the idea. So if you got your paintball gun, you know, you're holding it right here. There's your barrel. There's the camera. Yeah, it'll stick up. It'll stick up a little bit high, stick up top a little bit, but you can always run it underneath where you're holding it here. Okay, and it'll be underneath. Just take something like Windows Movie Maker, and with that you can go on ahead and reverse your or flip your image, turn it upside down. Well, the same time that I bought this, same day I bought this, I saw a video from a kid on YouTube, and he showed me, or he was showing to everybody else, a considerably cheaper and possibly easier thing to use. And so as a result of it, this is what I've got now. Now what this is this part, this rubbery part here does not come with it, nor does this screw come with it. And I haven't done any modifications to this whatsoever. But what this is this is for a bicycle. This is so you can mount a reflector for your seat post. There's your seat post that goes up through here. That'd be a reflector. I went to a local bicycle shop. They gave me this for free. Okay? This is all I need. They gave me the whole thing for free. So right there, I've already beat the cost of the other one just in that. But I still needed to do some stuff to it. Like I needed this screw. This was 14 cents. Yeah, 14 cents for this screw. That was how much it was. You know, I mean, considerably cheaper already. Now, you probably saw I had this. Why would I need that? I said this was meant for a bicycle. Here's a paintball barrel. Lots and lots of room. So it's obviously not going to hold it. This right here was part of a sheet. And here's my sheet. This was the most expensive thing that I paid. It was $2.99 for the whole sheet. Obviously, I don't need the whole thing. I just cut this off. Boom. Trimmed down a little bit more off the top. And now I've got this. I go on ahead and take it and wrap it around my barrel. And I would actually take this, have my camera ready to go, have this mounted. And I'll do that part real quick like here. Come on now. There we go. So I'll have it mounted, and I'm actually planning on having my camera sitting underneath it like that, hanging off of it like that. And to tighten it down, you just take yourself standard screwdriver. Boom. It's nice and tight, snugged in there. So I take this, wrap it around the part of my barrel where this is going. And depending upon your barrel, you know, the nice thing with that sheet, you can do multiple of these and use them with different barrels. Some of them are a little bit thicker and some aren't as thick. But you just put this on around this part around this. Tighten it down. And there you go. I've got a nice sturdy mount for the camera that's going to hold it. And when I'm out there running around shooting people, it'll be underneath. I'll have it underneath. So that'll make that a little bit, you know, won't be as much. Or if I want it, I can have it up top. It's not quite as good as, I guess, those Replay XDs with the new R7 mount where it sticks it up on top of where you can mount right in front of the feed neck. But this will still work. I like this camera a lot. I get some pretty good video and pictures out there with it. And yeah, so that's my very, very terribly cheap camera mount that, yes, you too can do. It'll work with your, pretty much it'll work with anything. I mean, if you've got like if it takes the 1/4 screw, it'll work perfectly with that. You know, like I guess the GoPros do and stuff. And as you can see, this is how it works with this camera. So hopefully in another couple of weeks at Super Game, I'll get some more. I'll get video on the field, and I'll be able to post that up, and you guys can see a little bit of Super Game video. All right, take care, guys. See you on the field.